Hi everyone, in this video I want to share my first impressions after seeing the trailer of Crucible, a game developed by Amazon Game Studios. It's a third-person action shooter which is kind of similar to the hero shooters that we've seen lately, like Overwatch for example. Now it seems like this year is gonna be full of new first-person shooters. If you know, I'm already playing Valorant and I like this competitive shooter, but this game Crucible is going to be different. Now this game is going to be free to play and it launches on May 20th this month. So as of the time of writing, only 2 weeks are left for this game to be released. So exciting. Now I was playing Overwatch for quite some time, but eventually I got bored with it and searched for something to replace it. And this actually game comes in and it seems like something quite similar, but in some ways very much different. For some reason I think that some companies actually try to rush some of their games just to release them, because many people are actually playing games right now because they are in quarantine. So this is actually maybe a great time to release games, maybe. Now as you can see in those screenshots by Amazon Games, this is a fantasy themed shooter. Now as you can see here from those screenshots by Amazon Games, this is as kind of a fantasy theme. So this kind of reminds me of another game that I really like called Paragon. Paragon was actually kind of a MOBA game developed by Epic Games, and I really enjoyed this game, but they just decided to stop developing it in favor of Fortnite. And just by looking at this, I think this game kind of borrows many things from many different popular games right now. Like the design reminds me of Apex Legends, and some of the gameplay modes that I've read about reminds me of Paragon. And of course you have those hunters, heroes, which of course is very similar to Valorant and Overwatch of course. Each one has its own unique abilities. And in some of the game modes you can actually see that the characters can progress through the game. So you need to collect different type of items in order to increase your level, and when you increase your level you unlock new abilities. So this is something that I like about games, and it was actually also in Paragon. For example, compared to Overwatch where you don't have this, except the ultimate which you charge it up, you don't have this thing. So basically you have your abilities and you use them from the get-go. So in this one you actually have a game mode which is a bit different and quite similar to Paragon or kind of MOBA games in that way. Now Crucible have 3 different game modes. One of them is Art of the Hives, which is a 4 vs 4 mode, and you actually need to fight some initial bosses, and the first team who kills 3 bosses and capture the hearts of those bosses actually wins the match. The second one is Alpha Hunters, where you have 8 pairs of players fighting to be the final team standing, kind of a battle royale but with pairs, which is pretty cool. Now the third one is called Harvester Commands. These are 2 teams of 8 that need to earn points. If you get 100 points you win the match, and you do this by capturing and holding essence harvesters. So 3 different game modes, so it's going to be interesting. Regarding visuals, I have to say that I don't know, I haven't made my mind yet. I mean, for Overwatch it was very easy. It was beautiful game, beautiful design, and kind of unified design, cartoony style that looks great. This one, I don't know. Kind of, I think it's a bit, even the level design looks a bit maybe too dense and crowded, but we'll need to wait and see. But something is missing for me there. Now, having said all that, I definitely think that there is a place for this game. If you look, for example, the new first-person shooter that introduced similar to this one, and all the battle royales style of games, I think this game kind of fits in nicely in a place where, you know, it offers something different. And I think in terms of game modes and hero shooters, it combines those unique gameplay modes and game design similar to the hero shooters in a way that it can appeal to a large audience. For example, Valorant focuses on competitive gameplay, and of course it's different than this one. And MOBA games are MOBA games, and Overwatch hero shooter is really nice, but the game modes again are different than this one, and you don't have some PvE elements. Although Overwatch 2 is planning to add those, but we'll see what Overwatch 2 will turn out to be. But right now, I think that this game kind of fit in nicely and brings on really the good things about many of those lately announced games, and those are popular games that are already on the market. So it should bring something new, and it will be interesting to see how actually the community will accept it. Now, I've seen some of the characters, some of them look nice, some of the other hunters, I don't know, I'm not sure about. But the thing is that I'm looking forward to a game where you have this really cool and amazing characters, and I think in that aspect, Blizzard did an amazing job with Overwatch, because the characters are so lovable, especially where they created those videos which explain about the lore of their game and of the background of each character. So this was amazing. We see what Amazon Games will do about this regarding to this game. Now, the word Crucible immediately reminded me of Destiny, and I played Destiny for quite a long time, you know, the first one and the second one, but most of the time I spent on the first one, and I enjoyed it a lot. I really enjoyed the raids, you know, the PvE aspect of the game, although the Crucible was the multiplayer part of the game, which is also very fun. And I think many of these games also took inspiration from Crucible in this aspect, because Destiny had different heroes which you can play, like the Hunter, the Warlock. So each one has its own unique moves and abilities. And if you look at Destiny Crucible, this is kind of a hero shooter in a way. And indeed, it was so much fun to play. It's actually reminding more of Valorant, you know, than Overwatch, because I think, you know, it was the competitive part of it was kind of similar to Valorant, if you think about it. But I stopped playing Destiny for quite some time because it's very demanding and takes a lot of time. I mean, you need to progress there, especially if you want to enjoy the PvE aspect of the game. So I stopped playing at some time and I didn't get back to it. So anyway, I wish this game will combine those things that I enjoy in many of the previous shooter games that I play. But you really don't know until you play those, because some of the games that I play, the hero shooters weren't that exciting, some of them were really fun, and some of them I just got bored after some time. The question how this one will hold up compared to the other ones. This one definitely won't replace Valorant. Valorant has its own place as a competitive shooter, and it's played differently. It's a very demanding shooter and that very unforgiving for player mistakes. However, this one I think will be more on the casual side, and I love having those type of shooters where you can just jump and play really good fun of like 30-minute session and enjoy it. I did it when I played Battlefield 3, and of course I enjoyed it in any other shooter game that I play right now. I think the combination of being able to level your character, the PvE elements and the different game modes, and of course the different type of character that you can play will make this game really fun to play. So because Amazon on Twitch, we might see some really cool integrations here, but we'll wait and see. This can really make a difference, and it can be, by the way, a game changer, and can really elevate the amount of viewers which actually want to take part of this game, not just by watching it, but actually taking an active part on this game by just watching the stream. So I really want to see again that takes this to the next level. Just imagine, as a viewer, you have the option to plant a bomb somewhere, or you know, to take something in action and you can actually see it in the stream. This would be insane. Imagine being a player, a viewer in a stream who eliminated the player, eliminating an entire squad. Crazy. I'm sure in the future there will be plenty of games like this, where viewers can actually take an active part of the game, and this can be really, really cool. Maybe, you know, because you're one, maybe you can kind of have not a huge effect, but you know, something. But maybe some of the players will have something that can take a more significant part of the game and actually make a really important choice that can change the entire result of the match. I'm just thinking about it. I want to play a game like this. I mean, watch a game like this. Wow. So anyway, I'm looking forward to playing this one. This one is a free-to-play game again. It's landing on the 20th of May. So make sure to try it out. Can't wait to share some gameplay with you. And let's see how it turns out to be. Hopefully it will be fun. So again, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye everyone. Cheers.